really need to understand baseball to enjoy a summer night at the ballpark? Well, this is a story about what happens when I take my Brazilian friend, Ronaldo, a big soccer fan, to his first American baseball game. I'm Jason, and this is Jason's Easy English, a podcast that helps you improve your English and learn about American culture with clear, understandable episodes in authentic, everyday language. Today, I'll share a story about baseball, summer in the U.S., and one very confused Brazilian trying to understand America's favorite summer sport. A quick reminder, if you enjoy this content, don't forget to follow or subscribe on your favorite podcast platform. All right, let's go ahead and get started. Now, of course, like all of my stories, this story is also fictional, but it reflects real American culture and everyday language use at the intermediate level. So, it was a warm Friday evening in July, and my friend Ronaldo was visiting me from Brazil. So I said, "Ronaldo, tonight I'm taking you to a baseball game." He smiled. "Major League Baseball?" "Well, no, minor league." He looked confused. So on the drive to the stadium, I tried to explain. Major League Baseball, or MLB, is the highest level of professional baseball in the United States and Canada. The minor leagues are connected to major league organizations. Players can develop their skills there as they try to move up into the higher major league levels. The stadiums are usually smaller too, and the experience can feel more local. I tried to compare it to Brazilian soccer. It's definitely not the same system, I told him, but think about how Brazil has famous soccer clubs that everyone knows, and also smaller clubs with very local, loyal fans. A minor league baseball team can have that strong local feeling. "Ah," Ronaldo said, "now I understand." And that was the last thing he understood for a while. When we arrived at the ballpark, at the stadium, families were walking toward the entrance. People were wearing team jerseys and baseball caps. Kids were carrying baseball gloves. Ronaldo pointed to a little boy. "Why did he bring his glove? He's not playing, is he?" "Oh no, that's to catch a ball." Ronaldo stopped walking. "Wait, what?" I laughed. "You'll see." We went inside and found our seats. For many Americans, baseball and summer just seem to go together. And the night game has a special feeling. The sun's going down, the stadium lights come on, and you're sitting outside with friends or family. You might be a serious baseball fan, or you might just be there for a hot dog and a nice summer evening. Ronaldo took his seat and looked at the field. "Okay," he said, "explain the rules." "Sure." The pitcher throws the ball, the batter tries to hit it, 3 strikes and you're out, 4 balls and you walk to first base, and of course there are 9 innings. Each inning has a top half and a bottom half. "Wait," Ronaldo interrupted me, 4 balls? "Yeah, but aren't they all balls?" No, I mean, yes, but a ball is also the name for a pitch outside the strike zone." He stared at me. I tried again. "Okay, see those white lines on the field? If the batter hits the ball outside of those lines, that's a foul ball." "Okay." "And sometimes a foul ball comes into the seats, so you need to be ready." "Ready for what?" "To catch it." Ronaldo laughed. And almost at that exact moment, we heard crack. A ball flew toward our section. People jumped out of their seats. Ronaldo ducked. I ducked. Everyone around us reached into the air. The ball landed about 5 rows behind us. Ronaldo slowly sat up and looked at me. "You invited me to a sport where the ball can attack me?" I started laughing. "Basically, yes." After that, I tried explaining strikes, outs, bases, innings, base runners, and all of that for another 5 minutes. Finally, Ronaldo just put his hand up and stopped me. "Jason, yeah, I have no idea what you're talking about." "Fair enough," I said. I looked at the field, then I looked at Ronaldo. "Okay, forget the rules." "Thank you," he said. "Obrigado." Then I said, "Let's get something to eat." That Ronaldo understood perfectly. We walked to the concession stand, the place inside the stadium where you buy food and drinks. There were hot dogs, nachos, popcorn, even ice cream, soft drinks, beer, candy. Ronaldo looked at the menu. This part of baseball makes sense, he said with a smile. We grabbed our hot dogs, nachos, and drinks and went back to our seats. By now, the sun was disappearing. The stadium lights were bright. Music played between each part of the game. Kids danced in their seats. People talked and ate while they watched. Then suddenly again, crack! The crowd stood up and started cheering. The ball flew over the fence in the outfield. What happened? Ronaldo asked. That was a home run, I said. He hit the ball out of the field, so now he gets to run around all the bases and score a run or a point. So Ronaldo stood up and cheered too, a little bit late, and he said, finally, a rule I understand. A little later, Ronaldo noticed something else. A lot of people around us had team jerseys, shirts, or caps. I need a baseball cap, he said. And I said, Ronaldo, you don't even know who's winning. Doesn't matter. I'm supporting the team. So a few minutes later, Ronaldo returned to his seats wearing a brand new baseball cap. Do I look American now? He said. Well, you look like a baseball fan for sure. Even better. A few innings later, the stadium announcer asked everyone to stand. It was time for the 7th inning stretch. That's a traditional break during the 7th inning when the fans stand up, stretch, and often sing together. Ronaldo stood up. Why are we standing? It's the 7th inning stretch, I tried to explain. Why do you do this? Tradition. Why in the 7th inning? Tradition. Why, Ronaldo, just stand up and sing. He laughed. By this point, something had changed. Ronaldo wasn't asking many questions about the rules anymore. He was cheering when everyone else cheered. He was eating his nachos. He was wearing his new baseball cap. And every time someone hit a foul ball, he watched carefully to see where it went. He still didn't really understand the rules of baseball, but he was enjoying baseball. And I think that's an important part of the American ballpark experience. Some people at the game care about every pitch. They know the players, the statistics, and exactly what's happening. Other people are just there because it's Friday night and maybe they want some nachos. They want to sit outside on a warm summer evening, eat something, have a beer, talk with their friends, and cheer for the local team. And at a minor league game, that local feeling can be especially strong. Finally, the game ended. I turned to Ronaldo. So, who won? He looked at the scoreboard. Then he looked at me. I have no idea, he said. I laughed. Our team won. He raised both hands. Perfect. But the night wasn't over. It was Friday night, and after the game there were fireworks, something you can sometimes find as a special promotion at minor league ballparks. So the stadium lights went down. We waited a few minutes, and then ba-boom! Red, blue, and gold fireworks filled the sky above the stadium. Ronaldo looked up and smiled. After a few seconds, he turned to me. Okay, he said, now I understand baseball. Oh, you understand the rules? No. He looked at the hot dog in his hand, his new baseball cap, and the fireworks above us. I understand this. And you know what? I think he did. All right, I hope that story was interesting, perhaps a little bit entertaining, but most of all, understandable. But before I let you go, let's review what Ronaldo's first baseball game showed us about baseball culture in the United States. First, baseball has a strong connection with summer. For many Americans, going to a baseball game is a classic summer activity. And you don't necessarily have to be a huge baseball fan. A warm evening at the ballpark can be a chance to spend time with friends or family, eat something, talk, and just enjoy being outside. We also saw that professional baseball has major leagues and minor leagues. Major League Baseball has the famous teams you may know, the New York Yankees, the Los Angeles Dodgers. But minor league baseball can have a very local feeling. Smaller cities can have their own teams and loyal fan bases. Our comparison with Brazilian soccer wasn't perfect because the two sports have very different developmental systems. But it helped Ronaldo understand one cultural similarity. You don't have to support only the biggest, most famous teams. A local team can also become an important part of the community. Then there's everything around the game. Fans often wear jerseys or baseball caps. People buy hot dogs, nachos, popcorn, ice cream, beer, and other food at the concession stands. If a foul ball comes into the seats, you need to be ready because fans want to catch that ball, although Ronaldo and I preferred to duck. There are traditions too, like standing during the seventh inning stretch, and minor league games often include entertainment in addition to baseball. On our Friday night, that meant fireworks after the game. But maybe the most important cultural takeaway is this. You don't have to understand every rule to enjoy a night at the ballpark. At first, I wanted Ronaldo to understand baseball. By the end, that didn't seem so important. He enjoyed the crowd, the food, the summer evening, his new cap, and the fireworks. He didn't really understand baseball, the sport, but he understood a night at the ballpark. And I think there's a difference. All right, that's all I have for you today. I hope you were able to understand most of this episode and learn something new about American culture. Be sure to follow or subscribe to my podcast, and please share Jason's Easy English with friends who are also learning English. Thanks again for listening, and I'll see you at the next episode.